Hello, hello. This is the My Artifact episode number 2978. Today's date is 30 December 2023. It's almost like a morning at 9:29 p.m. a.m. Sorry, it's morning. Yesterday I haven't really recorded Artifact episode. Why? Because of that. Yesterday I am kind of like a little bit busy regarding about the project. I wanted to complete my project soon as possible as I can. Okay, so what exactly happened? So yesterday I was starting doing editing and first thing that I did is that key just confirm the timeline. like like after I chopping, the entire timeline is almost like a 24 minute, which is really not that good. I wanted to make that entire timeline less than 10 minutes, so I was like removing some of the parts which is not really essential. And after I was editing and all those things, the entire file became 9 minute 8 minutes something. And I just have to I just have to edit the intro sequence. So after I work out, I edit the intro sequence and it was really good. Okay. uh Now, okay, so what is actually things remaining? So intro sequence is done, but entire gameplay is remaining. But I just have to add the effects. Okay, that's it. Okay, zoom in, zoom out, and that's it. The and music. So I'm thinking that entire project will be done by till the end of this day. Yeah. Even public, I will public my video 2 days too. All right. So should we ask question? Yeah, let's ask question to myself. I don't know, at this moment I don't really have a kind of like a, some sort of potential to um, just lately I've been not recording artifact episode that much properly, dude. That is really not so good. Okay, so which celebrity or a band has a worst fan base? Which celebrity or band worst fan base? Worst fan base, like fan base is not kind of like a basically as a thing ki, if I'm fan of Shah Rukh Khan, so why am I being big fan of Shah Rukh Khan? Because the way that he delivers the movies and way that he acting, yeah. But so many people are doing something really good in acting, so am I like be something really like only fan of Shah Rukh Khan, or kind of like only or fan of something really, I don't know. Okay, so basically is this thing ki fan base, fan audience is kind of like a things that ki it's actually depend on how you work and how you perform. Okay, in the end audience has a multiple choice. If Shah Rukh Khan didn't really work that properly, or if he didn't really showcase his talent properly, then people are shifted away. So it's kind of like a something really that key people don't really care about the only one person. Okay, people care about what they get, or like basically they have to feel proud, like they have to get something that ki ha isme talent hai and he deserve that talent. Okay, so from my point of perspective, whose celebrity has a kind of like a something really worst fan? Maybe like a Salman Khan. I don't know. Like basically, is this thing na ki yeah, Salman Khan is a like a really good actor, but actually from like a couple of years he was not delivering the acting properly, and that's why like people are don't really just Like a recently Salman Khan movie was released named Kisi Ka Bhai Kisi Ki Jaan. Was one of the worst movie ever. Okay, and it just like and basically this movie became really worse not because of the Salman Khan, like all because of it, just because of the movies, it just because of the things that he choose वगैरह. I don't know. Okay, I think that ki maybe Salman Khan has a kind of like a something really worst fan base, but it's like you shouldn't supposed to blame on audience. Like it has to be blame on the Salman Khan too that he didn't really delivered the movie properly. Like there is a movie named Bajrangi Bhaijaan was really incredible movie. Okay, it tells us a story about the girl who trapped in India from the Pakistan and she want to go to Pakistan. The movie was really incredible. Okay, sorry. So it's kind of like a something that you feel really good. Okay, Salman Khan movie. Sometimes it's good, but then after that, I didn't really know after the Bajrangi Bhaijaan he didn't really delivered any movie properly. Yeah, from my point of perspective, might be I'm wrong. What are you interested in that most people aren't? What are you interested in most people? Okay, so like what are you interested, like what is exactly things that you are interested in people that people don't really are? Well, I don't know. Okay, like basically let me tell you one thing now. The interaction to the another people I have kind of like a something really very less. Okay, like usually I met my friend most of the time. Okay, and like usually I met people that I already knew. Okay, so basically this thing ki I do have interest of them because those are my friends. I know them almost like a years ago, and because I'm spending time with this, it felt really good. Okay, yeah. So it doesn't really require me to any kind of like a something really that he has a some sort of interest so that I am actually stick on it. Yeah, sometime it felt okay. Like basically is this thing ki like basically I am actually doing YouTube now. Okay, so in my surrounding there is no one. Okay, so I didn't really talk about the YouTube stuff and things and that and that and that. Okay, uh, I'm actually experienced this thing that ki yesterday Prashik was actually doing some sort of trading course, stock trading course. Okay, stock market trading course, and Rahul is kind of like a something really familiar with that course. He did it that वगैरह वगैरह. So basically is this thing ki when the people have a same interest, they actually kind of like are talking to each other a lot because they have same interest. Okay, so do I have any kind of like a same interest to the another people? Well, at this moment, no. Okay, usually I just talk to the people, yeah, but like yeah nah, like basically in the end it matters to the what does people do. Okay, and no one is actually doing something YouTube, so they don't really have a kind of like a something really that key interest. So whatever. Okay, yeah, which is kind of like a something really very different, but yeah. But what is exactly that you are interested that most people aren't? Like ऐसा कोई specific नहीं है, like the person who is actually familiar with the same kind of like a interest, then I am interested. Yeah, if you given a PhD degree but had a no work knowledge, no more knowledge of the subject of the degree besides what you have now, what degree would you want to be given to you? Like I don't know why those people are actually making this question very difficult. It's like it doesn't really require that much kind of like a the kind of like a something really the construction, the sentence construction is like really not good, really not good. यदि आपको पीएचडी की डिग्री दी गई थी लेकिन आपके पास अब जो डिग्री है उसके अलावा आपको डिग्री के विषय का कोई ज्ञान नहीं है, तो आप कौन सी डिग्री चाहते हो कि आपको दी जाए? It's kind of like something really weird. Okay, so I have a degree. Okay, but I'm not really interested in that thing. Okay, but like I am actually interested in something, but I don't really have a degree. So which degree that you want? So basically having a degree is kind of like a something really in education thing now. Okay, and in my particular entire lifetime, I don't really have any degree. And if I wanted to some sort of degree, no, it's not like at the moment I'm not really thinking about having a degree or anything like that. Ki, like basically, important thing has to be successful. Okay, and success comes from the effort, mehnat, hard work, everything. Okay, it doesn't come from the just stupid degree. Okay, and basically is this thing ki having a degree doesn't make you that ki you are kind of like a something really specialist in one thing. Yeah, you are a, but basically you are not putting the label that ki ha you are kind of like that person. Ha, like you have a degree of medical, then you are wearing the white coat, then you proper, then people should probably recognize that ki you are a doctor वगैरह वगैरह. Yeah, it's a good, it's a great. Yeah, having a degree and having that degree, and you use that degree to your kind of like a something really normal day routine, so it is really good, it is really great. Yeah, like I'm not saying that ki not like a having a degree is not really that much. It's kind of like a something really now, a degree or having a degree or not having a degree. Like degree is a kind of like a something like piece of paper that kind of like a tell us that key what can qualify for you, like a what is actually the qualification you are. But in the end now people are actually recognized by the work. Okay, like basically let me tell you one thing, you are actually interested in medical, you went to the medical, you have a degree, and you are doing something really good. So people are don't really come to treat you not for kind of like a something really that you have a degree. No, you are actually doing something really good, because I have seen so many people they have medical degree, but right now they are very struggling because like they have kind of like a something really very different passion. Okay, so basically having a degree, not having a degree doesn't really make that key. Yeah, it's in the end that key how much you have kind of like a something really um, interest in that thing, and how much effort that you could do to be a kind of like a called as a specialist. Okay, so yeah. what smart what smartphone feature would you actually be excited for the company to implement? Okay, smartphone feature, well there are so many features. Okay, first of all, like a smartphone is a kind of like a something really very good feature is that key you can call to the people, that people is actually far away from you. Okay, which is kind of like a something really very biggest invention in the entire, like basically if I went back almost like a 20, 30, 40 years ago, and like basically I'm actually holding some sort of device that I could talk to the people who is actually very far away. 50 year ago it was kind of like a something really very impossible, but at this time we are actually doing it. So basically, yeah, like I am actually very much privileged that I have that kind of like a something really feature that I could use. Okay, but does there any kind of like a feature that you really required that company should implement? No, like, I don't really have kind of like any feature that key has. Oh no, 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 nothing really at all. Okay, like a feature is kind of like a meant for our life get easier. Okay, but like I don't know, sometimes now I realize that key people are actually using smartphone a lot. like at this moment, smartphone is has to be kind of like a something really essential thing, but at this moment it became a kind of like a toxic, or that kind of like a something really like a like nasha. Okay, like you don't really stay away from your mobile phone for like a couple of hours because of that key. Yeah, okay. So if if I have kind of like a something really feature that if I wanted to implement that key, like it might be it already exist, okay, like basically is this thing key I should supposed to use my smartphone or use my phone just for kind of like a something really normal stuff like a calling, receiving message or getting message, and that's it. Okay. So if the company would implement that kind of like a feature, so it will be really good. And those are feature already exist, okay, maybe yeah, like they have some sort of app maybe in the Play Store that you could use only kind of like a couple of function in the mobile phone, and rest of the function you won't be able to use it. Yeah, in some of the apps they have it, okay. But I don't know, it's a kind of like a something really subjective choice according to the people to people. Yeah, because like basically is this thing na ki we are living in this world and we need some sort of information, okay, and we are actually decided to not to get that information from the mobile phone, then we are actually left behind, okay. कभी कभी हम चीज़ों से दूर भी रहते हैं, okay, because like entire community is actually going through that. And yeah, it's important thing is that ki how much control on you regarding about that device and how should you supposed to do that, okay. like um like don't really using your smartphone or kind of like a smartphone it became something really toxic is not the solution, okay. In the end, like basically daru, like alcohol is a kind of like a something really that toxic, okay, but that doesn't mean ki you should supposed to stop the manufacturing of the alcohol, no, okay. like entire most of the people have buying this alcohol, and you can get lots of revenue, like as a country get lots of revenue from the selling the alcohol, okay. So like basically the like alcohol makes you something really toxic, okay, yeah, that is really true, but that doesn't mean ki you just have to stop the entire thing, no. You just have to control yourself that ki where should you supposed to do that, where should you supposed to drink that alcohol, is it really essential. You just have to understand the reality and the gravity of that thing and implement that thing, okay. Yeah, like a shut down the entire thing is not the solution. Next question. What something people don't worry about but really should. What something people don't worry about but they should, but really should. Yeah, still the construction of the sentence was कौन सी चीज़ है जिसके बारे में लोग चिंता नहीं करते लेकिन वास्तव में करना चाहिए. आ, कौन सी चीज़ है. Like most of the people are actually concerned about a lot of things, okay, like basically is this thing ki like climate control or kind of like a something really earth is warming or something really earthquake or maybe people will die or maybe artificial intelligence will take over the world वगैरह वगैरह, lots of things, okay. like actually people are actually scared of lots of things. Do I have kind of like a something really scared of things. Well, besides ghost no, okay. But I don't really think that. Okay, let me tell you one thing now. People are actually kind of like a concern about the things that they know, okay. And people who don't really know about that thing, people don't really care at all, okay. Let me tell you one thing now ki climate control, okay. So basically is this thing we are actually growing, okay. like India is actually growing, we have kind of like a highest GDP, and we have industries and all those things, but having that industry having creating that much pollution is not really good, because in the end we are actually doing deforestation. And the basically is this key, this planet should supposed to be uh, uh, sh- this planet should supposed to be kind of like a for the millions of species, but at this moment there is the only human is actually living in here, and other species are actually going fade away and everything, and we are actually breaking the ecosystems and everything. We have a lot of reason to worry about that, okay. So should I supposed to be worried? Yeah, we have to worry about that ki climate control this and that and that and that, yeah, we have to be worried, but like should everyone should be concerned. yeah, sure, everyone should be concerned about this thing. Then why are we not taking any kind of like a something really hard steps? Yeah, we are taking kind of like a something really hard step, but we don't really knew it. Okay, कभी कभी क्या होता है ना कि एज अ साइंटिस्ट हु नोज अबाउट ऑल दोज थिंग कि क्लाइमेट कंट्रोल में ये हो रहा है, उससे हमें ये प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है, या ह्यूमैनिटी को इतनी ज़्यादा, इट्स अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स. ओके, सो बेसिकली इज दिस थिंग ना कि हमें उस चीज़ के बारे में पता है, सो दैट्स वाई वी आर एक्चुअली टेलिंग अबाउट दिस. लाइक जस्ट एग्जाम्पल इज दैट कि राइट नाउ 5G इज एक्चुअली हैपन, एंड 5G की वजह से नहीं क्या बहुत सारे बैंड्स हम इमिट कर रहे हैं लाइक इन द सराउंडिंग एयर स्पेस. तो वहाँ पे लाइक मल्टीपल बर्ड्स एंड bees, they are actually very kind of like a confused to navigate to themselves, so which is kind of like a something really very not good. Because of that, key birds and bees are really essential for the ecosystem, and having that kind of like a internet and bandwidth and these signals and this thing and radio signals, yeah, it's kind of like a something really very good for the internet and mobile phone and all those things, but it is really bad for the nature. Okay, so I'm actually very concerned about that thing. Okay, why I'm saying this thing? Because I do know those things, so that's why I'm concerned. Just people really concerned about this thing? Probably not, because they didn't really know about this thing. So this is all those things happen. Okay, like हम तभी concern होते हैं जब हमें कुछ उसके बारे में पता चलता है. Okay, and basically all those things are actually happen just a couple of hours or couple of days, and then after that it's gone. Okay, और या आपने कोई डॉक्यूमेंट्री देख ली, या आपने कोई फिल्म देख ली, आपको ऐसा लगा कि आपको नेचर के बारे में कुछ ज़्यादा करना चाहिए, बट देन आफ्टर ऑल दोस आफ्टर 2-3 days गॉन, देन या कोई बात नहीं है, चलो नॉर्मल डे में आप कोई फक अप डूड. ओके, वी डोंट रियली केयर अबाउट दैट थिंग. सो या दिस ऑल दोस थिंग्स. ओके, हमें जब केयर करते हैं जब हम इसके बारे में काम करते हैं, एंड वी डू एक्चुअली केयर. सो या, सो लाइक इज देयर काइंड ऑफ लाइक अ पीपल शुड सपोज टू बी कंसर्न अबाउट थिंग कि क्या होने वाला है. नो यार डूड, इट जस्ट लाइक दैट ना. लाइक बेसिकली हम एक ऐसी दुनिया में जीते हैं जहाँ पे हम लाइक वी आर एक्चुअली गो थ्रू लॉट ऑफ स्टफ, एंड ह्यूमन आर एक्चुअली इवॉल्विंग. या लाइक अभी हम ईवी की तरफ जा रहे हैं, इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल की तरफ जा रहे हैं, कार्बन कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशन का प्रमाण हम कम कर रहे हैं, डिफॉरेस्टेशन कम करके हम एक तरह से लाइक ट्राई टू लिमिट अवर सेल्फ टू हम कितना बड़ा सिटी बनाएंगे वगैरह वगैरह, लॉट्स ऑफ थिंग्स. ओके, वी आर एक्चुअली ट्राइंग टू डू, बिकॉज वी हैव सो मेनी पीपल हु आर एक्चुअली कंसर्न अबाउट थिंग्स, एंड दे आर एक्चुअली टेकिंग केयर ऑफ अस. ओके, क्योंकि दे आर एक्चुअली सिटिंग एट सम सर्टन पोजिशन दैट कि दे like try to concern about the nature and humans and all those things. Okay, and जब बुरा होने वाला है तो सबके साथ बुरा होगा. So it's just like that ना, कि ऐसा नहीं है कि हाँ भाई तूने इतना ज़्यादा पोल्यूशन किया है तो भाई तू मरेगा पहले, ऐसा तो नहीं है ना dude. Okay, it's not that kind of like a thing. Okay, so yeah, like a human are actually evolved according to the necessity, and definitely we will be evolved. Okay, yeah, क्योंकि जब हमें इंसान को चलने से पैर दुखते थे वगैरह वगैरह, और मे बी घोड़ा इज हॉर्स इज वोंट बी एबल टू kind of like a something really main transport vehicle, so we required kind of like a some sort of vehicle so that we can travel without any kind of like a something really animal, and we discovered a car, we discovered like we invented a car. Okay, so that's why like a necessity is really essential. And yeah, definitely we have kind of like a some sort of necessity, and we will definitely, and people will actually work through that thing. Okay, yeah, कंसर्न होना एक अच्छी बात है, बट yeah, at this moment I'm not really concerned about anything. I'm actually bitterly concerned about my career too, by the way. Yeah, that is really essential. Next question: what movie quote do you use on regular basis? Movie quote, मैं कभी बीमार नहीं पड़ता. Yeah, maybe. Like have you ever not like ना मैं इतना बीमार तो नहीं पड़ता. I am actually very good health. Okay, I have very kind of like a high white blood cells. Like do you think that ki children born today will have better or worse life than their parents? Well, I'm actually thinking that ki the children who born at this age have a better life. Okay, like like basically इस thing ना कि लोग कहते हैं ना कि जब हम पैदा हुए तो हमारे पास ये नहीं था, वो नहीं था, घर पे खाना नहीं था, 2 टाइम का खाना नहीं मिलता था वगैरह वगैरह. इससे हमें पता चला कि गरीबी क्या होती है, मजबूरी क्या होती है, एंड ऑल दोस मजबूरी एंड ऑल दोस गरीबी मेक अस काइंड ऑफ लाइक समथिंग रियली टफ इन द वर्ल्ड, एंड हमें उस चीज़ ने हमें एक तरह से इतना टफ बना दिया कि आज हम लाइक वी आर नॉट एक्चुअली स्केर्ड ऑफ ऑल दोस थिंग्स। हाँ, ये सारी चीज़ें हैं, बट लेट मी टेल यू वन थिंग ना, द पीपल हु बॉर्न एट दिस एज हैव अ काइंड ऑफ लाइक अ समथिंग रियली, क्योंकि आई एम नॉट सेइंग दैट कि ऐसा नहीं है डूड कि पीपल हु बॉर्न एट द 40 years ago हैव अ लॉट स्मार्टर देन द पीपल हु बॉर्न दिस डे। नो, basically the people who born these days actually lot like is actually bit smarter than the people who born 40 years ago। क्योंकि let me tell you one thing ना, कि पहले लोग फाइट कर रहे थे रिगार्डिंग अबाउट द थिंग्स दैट दो डोंट हैव लाइक खाना पानी वगैरह वगैरह, बट राइट नाउ दे हैव काइंड ऑफ लाइक खाना पानी, बट एट दिस मोमेंट पीपल एक्चुअली फाइटिंग फॉर द थिंग्स विच इज़ काइंड ऑफ लाइक समथिंग इवन मोर एसेंशियल लाइक अ जॉब, पैसा वगैरह वगैरह। अगर उसके लिए लोग क्या क्या नहीं कर रहे, दे आर एक्चुअली ट्राई टू पुश देम सेल्फ काइंड ऑफ लाइक समथिंग रियली इन वेरी हार्ड। ओके, क्योंकि कभी कभी नहीं क्या, लाइक लेट मी टेल यू वन थिंग ना, माई फादर गॉट अ जॉब वेरी इजीली इन द गवर्नमेंट सेक्टर, बट अभी वो अभी लाइक उस तरह से जॉब मिलना इज़ काइंड ऑफ लाइक अ वेरी डिफिकल्ट। ओके, क्योंकि अभी क्या है ना, अभी कंपटीशन बढ़ गया, सो कंपटीशन बढ़ने के बाद लाइक इट्स काइंड ऑफ लाइक समथिंग रियली बैड फॉर सम sort of people, yes, but it's kind of like a something really good for the people too, because of that in the end having a competition that means like that कि हमें एक ऐसा like we are actually getting some sort of a person who is actually excellence in multiple things, okay, excellence in that particular scenario वगैरह वगैरह। ओके, सो हैविंग अ कंपटीशन इज़ रियली गुड, इससे हमें एक तरह से एक हीरे की पहचान होती है। एंड बेसिकली इज दिस थिंग ना कि just an example is that कि almost like a 50 year ago in the Bollywood people actually doing acting was kind of like something really very flat, but अभी जिस तरह से बॉलीवुड में जिस तरह से लोग काम कर रहे एक्ट कर रहे हैं वहाँ पे लोग हैं, उनके एक्टिंग वॉज रियली इंक्रेडिबल, दे आर एक्चुअली थिंकिंग अबाउट स्टफ एंड दैट छोटी छोटी डिटेल्स पे भी काम करते हैं। सो दिस इज़ रियली एसेंशियल ना। हम ऐसा नहीं कह सकते कि 40 साल पहले जो लोग पैदा हुए थे वो सबसे बेहतर थे, या ऐसे नहीं है डूड, नो 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 नो, पीपल आर एक्चुअली born at this age become bit kind of like a strong bit kind of like a something really good in all those things। okay, और आगे भी ऐसा ही होगा, like after the 40 years people who born on that age they have kind of like a something really very different kind of like a things that they have to achieve like a पैसा, it might be something really else। okay, तो हाँ ये सारी चीज़ें होती है, एंड एवरी जनरेशन कम्स थ्रू नॉलेज एंड स्टफ लाइक दैट, और हर जनरेशन के साथ हम खुद को इम्प्रूव कर दिए जाते हैं। So yeah, that is good, that is really great। yeah, so I'm not really concerned about that कि like who will get kind of like a something really worse life, that no, no, no. Everyone like deserve to be a worse life or a great life, it's actually depend on their effort and work and things like that। What's the funniest joke you know by heart? uh, I don't know, maybe like spending time with a friend and cracking a jokes might be kind of like a something really funniest, क्योंकि उस वक्त शायद हम जोक के बारे में ज़्यादा सोचते नहीं, इट्स काइंड ऑफ लाइक समथिंग really essential to spending time and laugh at each other, that's it। okay, yeah, and basically is that ki if I kind of like a something really laugh at that moment, if I kind of like a remember a joke which is actually heard almost like a maybe couple of days ago, today I will not that much kind of like a feel that much happy because of that कि वो joke के लिए एक multiple scenario और multiple kind of like a people या multiple situation या surrounding होती है, उससे हमें जो laughter मिलता है वो काफ़ी like it's kind of like a something really good, क्योंकि आई डोंट नो, ओके इट्स माई वे। ओके, लाइक हम जोक पे नहीं हंसते, हम सिचुएशन के अकॉर्डिंग हंसते, लाइक बेसिकली इफ़ यू वेंट टू काइंड ऑफ लाइक समथिंग रियली स्टैंड अप कॉमेडी, तो वहाँ पे आप हंसते हैं इस वजह से ताकि आपका बाजू का इंसान या आपके लाइक सराउंडिंग पीपल आर एक्चुअली लाफिंग। सो हाँ, ओके, तो या दिस इट। What was the last time you felt you had a new lease on the life? What is a lease on the life? Lease on the life? आखिरी बार आपको कब महसूस हुआ था कि आपको नया जीवन मिला है? Oh wow. Well, actually, this question should supposed to be asked that people who got kind of like a something that recently goes through the accident. Okay, so that person will kind of like a feel that kind of like a yeah. But is this kind of like a something really happened to you? ना, मेरे लाइफ में मेरा कभी एक्सीडेंट तो हुआ नहीं। ओके, And like basically this thing ki couple of it was like a year ago. Year ago, I had an accident. Okay, but that accident is not really that much good. Okay, like not really that much kind of like something really intense that I could die. No, nothing really at all. Okay, so no, I don't really have kind of like any situation that I'm actually feeling that कि अभी मेरी life खत्म हो जाएगी. हाँ, ऐसा तो कभी ऐसा मौका मिला तो नहीं. Like basically when you feel sad, that's such kind of like a thing that when then you feel that कि हाँ चलो अभी मेरी दूसरी life मिल गई है वगैरह वगैरह. No, ऐसा कभी मेरे साथ हुआ नहीं. So might be I don't really have that kind of like a something really moment. Yeah, maybe. So this did I have been talking for almost like a 30 minute. All right. I just wanted to continue artifact episode. Okay. Yeah, every day. And thank you.